Welcome to Orange Wave, your source for everything related to the NDP. I am your host, Will Adams, and today we are going to be talking about something that's been going on in Ontario. So, as of late, crime rates in Ontario have been skyrocketing. There have been people filming the bad shit happening in subways, on the streets, etc. Ontario at the moment has a crime problem. As you know, this is a very complex issue that should be handled with delicacy, with care, and it should be handled a very specific way. However, Doug Ford does not agree with me on that. In fact, he actually never agrees with anything people want, and he's the most interesting anomaly I've ever seen because he makes people on both the left and right end of the spectrum mad with the decisions he makes. He has made not one beneficial decision as premier, and I was honestly kind of depressed when our electoral system allowed him to win again. Back on point, Doug Ford is yet again, and very unsurprisingly, dropping the ball, this time on how we handle policing and what qualifies as an officer. This comes from City News.
Here in Toronto, major crimes are up over 20% compared to the same time last year. People don't feel safe. Some are scared to take the subway or to go out for a walk. We need more police officers on our streets, as we say, boots on the ground. That's why today we're pleased to announce new measures to address policing shortages to get more boots on the ground in every part of the province, including right here in Toronto. To help police services attract new recruits, our government will now cover 100% of the cost of tuition. We'll also be introducing legislation that, if passed, will eliminate the post-secondary education requirement to become a police officer. We've invested $267 million to support the Community Safety and Policing Grant Program, arming local police services with the resources and tools they need to do their job. We're also addressing some of the root causes of crime by investing over $4 billion over the next decade to support those who need help with their mental health and addictions.
I don't even think it needs to be stated that this decision is unbelievably reckless and downright irresponsible. The Ford government has decided that we should just let untrained people who only know how to point, shoot, and run. He's decided that it's time to give them jobs as police officers. Personally, I'm not of the belief that becoming an officer should be easier. I am of the belief that it actually should have limits. Cops need to be trained on how to properly enforce laws. They should also be trained on how to properly handle mental health responses since they are deployed to such issues. But the fact is, Ford just wants to pay and send them to a glorified high school gym class and not actually teach them how to do any of that, which is a problem when you realize that that's their actual job. It's very possible that we could see a rise in police committing hate crimes because when you just let anyone become a cop, that's what is bound to happen. Okay, so pretty much every conservative right now has the wrong mindset about this whole situation. Police officers do not actually stop crime. They respond to it. Pumping more of our tax dollars for more officers that are actually worse trained than the ones before isn't the solution to rising crime rates. It's actually counterproductive. What the Premier should really do, if he wishes to stop crime at a fundamental level, is he should fund social programs that would actually have the result of stopping desperate people from turning to crime to begin with. But Ford has proven time and time again that he does not actually believe in funding solutions. For the past 5 years, Ontarians have gone without social programs, but he still spends more money than the previous premier. Because conservatives, when they cut programs, your taxes don't get lower. They actually get higher by a significant margin because they end up going to fund donors. But I know for a fact that I don't need to tell you this. You don't need to take my word for it. You can take his word for it. Here's a video where he states exactly the such.
That should be the number one issue for any mayoral candidate. And the mayoral candidates that say they want to cut funding for the police, they want to defund the police, don't vote for them. Simple as that. support the candidates that are going to fund the police. You're going to get more police officers in our subways, in our streets, because, again, I've never seen it this bad, ever, absolutely ever. And we need to make sure when we sentence these criminals, they need to go away for a long time without bail.
That tone-deaf statement that he gave about the defund the police hashtag proves that he is not with the majority. And more off, he's not even like most conservatives, where he tries to appeal to social conservatives or economic conservatives. Politically, Doug Ford is all over the fucking place, and he's just a plain bad leader. There's not a better way you could put it. He just doesn't have what it takes to lead a province. And it definitely shows, time and time again. But who knows? Maybe by the time I release this episode, he'll announce his resignation and do something stupid like run for mayor of Toronto, so he can maintain a level of dignity and a pension. All I can say is he'd definitely be leagues better as mayor of Toronto than fucking Chris Sky would be. Thank you for listening to this episode of Orange Wave. I am your host, Will Adams. I hope you have an amazing day, and remember, Jagmeet Singh loves you.